Tim, use this one. Out, you guys. Nope. Right. You're gonna take it flat on the floor. I'm my toes. All right, go wrap it around. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So they know the different stuff. Where's going to go? One tire has to make it over. All the way, guys. I go. 1, 2, 3. I'm ready over. What's next? Hey, way to go, Shane. Way to help. Right over there. Right this way. You don't have to go over the wall. Go. Stepping in and out of the pit. From the pit, go to the water obstacle.
All right, getting ready to go ahead and do the morning PT. All right, got my clock ready here. And let's go. Run in place. Jumping jacks. Elbows and knees. Shoulder rotations. To the back. Our knees. Toe touches. In place. Knees. Double jacks. All right, hope everybody feeling good this Monday morning. Let's kick this thing off. Let's get into our mindset motivational training this morning. Get this thing going. Oh, there we go.
YouTube, Daniel Savage here, six-figure trader, teacher, and mentor. Oops. So I'm finally back. I finally moved into my new apartment. I'm here in my new day trading lab. I love it. I'm blessed. Thank God, man. I want to make a video on a question that I get asked a million times a month, so many times a day. You know, I'm 23 years old. I do own a McLaren 570. So when people see me get out of this car, they always ask me, hey, what do you do for a living? And you know, I tell them, hey, look, I'm a day trader, I trade. So people always ask me after that, is it worth it? You know, is it worth getting involved? Because a lot of people know about it. You know, a lot of people know the risks that come with it, especially the fact that 90% of traders fail. So when they see a young, successful trader really doing it, they always ask, hey, is it worth it? And, you know, I just want to say, like, yeah, fuck yeah, it's worth it. 100% it's worth it. Especially for me, it was worth it for me. Why? Because, you know, I didn't have support growing up. I didn't have my parents. I didn't really have, you know, I didn't meet the criteria to get a good job. I had no high school diploma. I don't have a GED. You know, I never grew up with a mother. She abandoned me when I was a baby. She wasn't ready to be a mom. My dad left me in a foreclosed home, abandoned me in a foreclosed home at 16 years old. He went to go do whatever he had to do. You know, he was low on money. He couldn't really do anything for me and my brother, so he just dipped. And, you know, thank God for my sister who took me and my brother in. I love her to death. And, you know, yeah. You know, growing up, I also have a disability also. So, you know, growing up with this learning disability, you know, it's even hard for me to process, you know, the next word that's going to come out of my mouth sometimes. So I repeat a lot of the same words. I repeat myself a lot of times because I just feel like some people don't understand me. So, you know, I always repeat some words. So, you know, growing up, you know, with no support, you know, not having an education, you know, failing in the school system, you know, nothing to offer anybody to get a good job. I was stuck with, you know, all I could get was a car wash job and a buffing aluminum job, buffing and polishing aluminum. So, you know, for me, it was do or die for me when I got involved into trading, because if I didn't make it on these charts, I wasn't going to make it in real life. You know, imagine I worked 60 hours a week for $350 a week in the hot ass sun, using every single muscle in my body, you know, washing cars. So yeah, for me to be where I'm at right now, of course, thank God. I knew I was going to get here, and that's why I never gave up. I knew I was going to be here. I just knew it, and that's why I never gave up. So when people ask me, is trading worth it? Yeah, trading is 100% worth it. It saved my life. You know, I used to work with people that were 40, 50, 60 years old, and I used to look at these people every single day like, damn, this is going to be me. This is going to be me. Every time I wanted to quit, I'd look at these people and I'd be like, yo, this is going to be me. So imagine $18,000 in a year washing cars. And just last month, I made $20,000 in one day trading Forex. You know, also, I'm sorry if the camera unfocuses. I'm still actually learning how to use it. I'll get the hang of it. But yeah, for me to make $20,000 in one day trading gold, you know, that's my whole year's salary when I was at the car wash. You know, all my proof, all my results, everything is on my Instagram. You guys can follow me, FX Daniel Savage. I do got a lot of fake followers, not fake followers, fake people who follow me and recreate Instagrams and steal my information, trying to scam people. So, you know, that's fucked up, but whatever. That's how life works. So, you know, here's actually proof of when I made $20,000 in a day. Let's see if we can get that focused right there. So this is me. I made $20,000 in one day selling gold. And also kind of not selling, buying gold, I'm sorry. I made $20,000 and then I withdrew it right there. So this is actually, look, here you go, bitch. This is actually me withdrawing into my Coinbase wallet. This is it actually hitting my account. Let's see if you guys can zoom in better on that one. This is it hitting my account. You guys can see Daniel next day. So let's get that back focused there. So yeah, I mean, 100% worth it. Let me show you something else. This was a picture of me when I was at the car wash. Look at me, man. That's fucking crazy. Look at that. This is when I was buffing aluminum. I used to take 2-hour showers just to clean myself. That's crazy. That was my life. So imagine to be in the position that I'm at right now. I'm 100% blessed. I'm 100% blessed. 100%. Imagine how I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it like this. Now, let me ask you a question. Me, at my level, I can average $30,000 a month trading. So imagine doing that for the next 5 years. That's $1.8 million in trading. Sometimes I'll have good months. I'll even have amazing months. Like last month, me and my boy Raul, we traded together mostly. We started collabing. And, I made about $60,000 in, trading. He made almost 50, just 1 month alone. So imagine to average $30,000 a month, it's possible. I made $6,000 just today. We have 20 trading days, a month. Actually, let me show you those results also. I made $6,000 today. Could have made a lot more.
If you're losing money as a trader, here's why. Emotion. That's the problem. See, Paul Tudor Jones is one of the great...
Let me check. By the way, it is February 10th, 2020. Let's see if we can get that zoomed in. Look at that, $6,000 today. Now I'm gonna go up here just so you can see. Boom. Let me kind of twist this a little bit, kind of cover my, boom, real account. It's a real account, as you guys can see. It does show orange, so demo is green. So yeah, all my live results, all my real results, it's all there on my Instagram. I post them daily. So imagine averaging $30,000 a month, and then 5 years from now do a really big good investment. Imagine. I'm gonna be able to make money and generate money for the rest of my life. I don't have to trade anymore. I don't have to work. I'm okay. I'll be set. Let's get that. I'll be set. So when people ask me, hey, is trading worth it? 100%. This is just the start. This is the beginning. This is just the beginning. So all I can really say is, hey, for those people who also trade, that it hasn't happened yet, just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Your time will come. You just can't give up. You got to look at it like a job. You got to look at it like school. You got to stick through. You got to be there. Even if you don't want to be there, you got to fucking be there. If I would have gave up, I would probably still be washing cars next to those 50, 60-year-old men that have been there for years and years and years. So now let me ask you, if you were in my position, what would you think? What would you do? If somebody asked you, hey, is trading worth it? Knowing the doors and the opportunities it gives you. That's all I'm going to say. So, hey, is trading worth it? You bet your fucking ass it is worth it. So anyways, guys, I'm just going to cut this video, man. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be posting.
All right. So that was powerful to hear his story, to see where that guy actually came from, and, and where he's at now is phenomenal. So we have to keep going ourselves. Everybody that's in this boot camp is in a whole different level, personally. But I can say that, I think that it's worth the fight that we're putting up in this, and just keep going. Don't quit on your dream and your goals and what you're trying to achieve in this trading opportunity. But it is real, and everybody has different results. But seeing his story is why I wanted to show you guys that, I know a lot of people that come from his shoes that don't have education, had a GED, dropped out of school, don't know what to do. and they're just lost out there. So we can actually help them with this skill set. So I think that's a great opportunity for us to be able to do that and to give back to help other people out with this opportunity. So let's move on with our training for today, and we're getting to some chart markups and some live trading. Let's go.
Okay, cool. Well, this is TradingView. If you don't have TradingView, make sure you have it. Go to tradingview.com, download it, and make sure you have it as a bookmark, know where to find it. This is very crucial. This is where we study. We study 80% of the time. You know, trading is all studying. You know, 20% of the time it's elsewhere. So we're pinpointing our entries, finding entries to then plug it into our broker to make money. But we're not going to do any trading tonight. If I see a setup while I'm marking this pair up, I will definitely call it out, and you guys can take the trade for sure. But I don't use any indicators. I don't use the currency strength meter. I trade just straight technical analysis, and I will be going over I have that watermark, so I'll put it up here. This is the Fibonacci tool. It's a retracement tool. I'll be going over that towards the end of the call, so stay tuned for that. And then we'll finish up with probably a trade at the end. So how I trade, this is your watch list over here on the right hand side. I trade these pairs right here, all bookmarked above the DXY. You probably have a bunch of pairs, but to add pairs, you can go and click the add symbol, and you can add any pair that is on your broker and trade any pair you want. What I did when I first started, I experienced a lot of different pairs, but I realized that didn't work for me. So one of my mentors told me, focus on a specific group of pairs and different pairs that you can really master instead of going all over the board. If you're not having success all over the board with different pairs, find something else. If you are having success with all different pairs, don't fix what's not broken. Keep doing that. So what worked for me is finding these 7 pairs, and then I haven't left it since. So you got to do what you got to do. Find the pairs that you like to trade at the end of the day. So you can kind of make it your own. You can just right click anywhere on the screen, go to your settings, go to symbol, change to the colors you want. I have my appearance kind of a light gray. You can change it with this gradient and choose the different backgrounds that you want as well. That's kind of my settings. I also have a bunch of tools that you see here at the bottom. I use all of these tools. I'll show you how to get there. If you maneuver to the left-hand side, you can extend this little arrow and you can bookmark them if you'd like, instead of having to go through all these lists. Totally up to you. First one I have is a trend line, very important. We want to identify where the market is moving so we know if we're going to be buying or selling. Next one is a horizontal line. This is where our support and resistance lines come in. So support is where price is rejecting on the bottom. Resistance is where price is rejecting on the top. I'll get more into that as we start marking up our pairs. I like to use an arrow as well, just to make sure I know that I'm trading with the trend. The next one, all you need is the fib retracement. You can go ahead and star that. I'll give you guys all of the information on that as well. The certain levels that I use, you guys have the same exact thing. So you can use it when you're trading by yourself. Next one, I like the brush tool, especially when I'm teaching all of you guys. And then rectangle, I use the rectangle to identify key zones, key areas in the market, just a little bit bigger instead of one line. I like to use the rectangle to identify areas where it's rejecting and bouncing off of. No need for the triangle. I actually don't really use that one, so I'm going to remove it. Text box, you can write notes. As a brand new trader, I encourage take notes right on your screen. Why you took an entry, or if you learned something tonight, put a note on it at that certain area that we see something important and write it down. Next one's a price label. All that is literally I use it for if you guys want to get into an entry, before I even type it in the chat, I'll put the price label out and you can see what the entry is. Those of you that have been following along for a long time. And then another arrow as well, just to identify again where the market's going. Last part is time frames. I will trade off of different time frames. The first one, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day. So if you want to bookmark those, you can press a little pull down and star those. So then you should be good to go. We're going to go over GBP, JPY. Please follow along if you are brand new. Even if it doesn't make sense, try to do what I do. The more that you do it yourself, it's going to be repetitive and you're going to learn a lot quicker. I promise. If you just sit there and do nothing, probably won't retain as much. Just like taking notes. Do what the teacher does. You're sitting in math class, you're writing down the same numbers the teacher is on the board. So it's the same thing. Try to be doing what I'm doing, even if it's a little bit off. At least you did it. So we're going to start at the day. Erase your chart. You can hide any indicators you have because I don't use any indicators. Move that down. The first thing I look for on the day, so what this means is each candlestick represents a day's worth of movement. And so today is this full. Sticks are called bullish candles. Bull means up. Bullish candle. A red candlestick is a bearish candle. Bear means down. Chicago, if you're a sports fan, Chicago Bears, they're saying is bear down. Stems from Chicago, the Bulls and the Bears. So red, bearish candle, that means price has moved down in that day. So yesterday, price in that day. So yesterday, price moved down. Today, price is back up. It's a little bit about candles. Each time frame you click on, each of those time frames represent the time in the candle. So what I like to do here is just put 1 or 2 support and resistance lines and then move on from there. It's just identifying a bigger area to where you can leave your charts marked up. I leave them marked up for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then when I come and trade, I only have to add a few more, maybe change my trend line or add another support or resistance line. What I like to do is first add a support line, and I see a lot of rejection here. Why? I see price bounced off of this area. Also, these wicks, what wicks represent are, it doesn't want to move past that area. And so a wick is where price has been but didn't stay. So this candle, if I zoom in here so you guys can see it, in this candle right here, price came all the way down in that day, December 21st, 2020, but didn't stay. It ended on the top right here. So price went down there during the day, but didn't stay there. So hopefully that makes sense more about a candle and what the wicks represent as well. So I see a lot of rejection. Price made a top right here. Let me get my rectangle tool to identify that. Made a top right here. Price broke through here, came down, and now made a new bottom. So I like that area of support. Support's always going to be on the bottom. The next part is finding a resistance. A resistance is on the top. And so what I see here, it's very clear that price is rejecting right here. And then also it just lines up right here as well. So that dates back all the way to September 1st, 2020. So those are the two lines that I like to make. Yes, this session is going to be a lot slower. This is made for very, very new people. It's going to refresh your brain. Just bear with me. It's going to be very calm and relaxed. So bear with me as this is training 101. So those are the two lines that I like to make. Hopefully you have both of those. Maybe you drew a rectangle here just to see that price made a high. Then we see this big bullish candle. Remember, bullish is, a green or a blue or a positive, whatever positive color you have on your screen is up, moves up. Red, I just leave red as down. So bull up, bearish down. So no, I do not trade today, just training. This is going to be a very slower session. So after that, I'm going to move down to the 4 hour. So move to your 4 hour time frame. And also, I like to zoom. I always like to zoom out. When you zoom out, you get a bigger picture of what's going on. When you're, charts like this, you don't really know what's going on. It's going up, it's going down. You can't really base your trades off of anything. Maybe you have a Bollinger Band, and that's all the indicator you have looking at just this. Probably not going to do you much. So always move out and move the screen way, way out if you can, and just to get the bigger picture of what the market is doing. What I see here is an uptrend currently. So if we do mark this uptrend, I'm not going to start down here. I'm going to start this. Hold on, let me zoom in. I cannot see the candle. There we go. Could not see that. Make sure you zoom in so you can see what's going on as well. So first, we did have this short-term uptrend, but then it finally broke the trend and it, kind of made its new move, a new channel. So this is kind of a teaching moment for trend channels. So what I'm going to do is first mark up this channel. So I'm going to start on the 4 hour, down on the bottom of where price rejected here. Price rejected there. Doesn't have to be perfect. You do want it touching at least 3 points of contact. So I could draw this a little bit better. I really took my time and drew this up. So I'm going to start with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then price soared up. But this is what I want to teach you guys. If you extend this trend line, now look at. So we have this uptrend, but then it continued upward, came down, kind of broke this uptrend, but now it's forming a trend on the bottom side. So you'll see this often if you extend your trend lines and just right there. This is going to give you a lot of indication once it moves to the next trend, it's probably going to follow the back side of this trend. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I can repeat that again. If you right click your trend and hit clone, what you can do is just now form a channel. So you can move it to where price, when it hits the highs, you can see it respects that as well. See, it respects that as well. So we could see, but now that price broke this channel, it's probably going to respect the outside of this back end of this trend. And we can also clone it again and put the trend this way as well. So this is a little bit of a trend channel. I usually don't teach this on many sessions. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, but if you find that price is staying within certain areas, you can identify even more trades. So on the 4 hour, your chart should look something like this. And yes, trends are entry points. Trend lines are entry points. Hit the bottom of a trend, that's an entry point. Even if you have to roll it over, it's an entry point. It's the top of a trend, that's an entry point. When it hits the top of a trend, that's a sell. When it hits the bottom of a trend, that is a buy. So I like trading with the trend, so I'd rather take buys on uptrends rather than the sells on the top. But again, keep that in mind. That's another entry point that you can get into. Give me some ones in the chat. Yes. Someone put in the chat, is this leading up to a channel fib training? I haven't over that, but I am working on a fib that you can actually put into a channel. So that's coming. Give me a month or two, and I'll be teaching this as well. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Sweet. Everyone's following along. Let's keep moving here. So next, we have our channels. I'm going to mark up more support and resistance lines. So on the 4 hour, let's grab our horizontal tool. Let's see where else we have high areas and supports. Let's see. This is a high. Why I put this line, I'm going to change this color to black. I have it at 140.262, this black line. You may ask why. I just see a lot of resistance in this zone. Price didn't want to go past it. Price didn't want to go past. We have a lot of resistance in this zone. But this is on the bigger time frame, so we don't need many lines on this. So we're going to go. Okay, people have been using that channel fib. Cool. We're going to go down to the 1 hour. I'm getting distracted here. Sorry, guys. And we're just going to keep marking up support and resistances. Okay, we identified our trend, uptrend. So when we identify the trend, we want to trade with the trend. Always remember, 80% of the time we want to trade with the trend. 80% of the time we trade with the trend. So the next point of resistance that I see here, I will tell you the number so you can have it on yours, is 141.234 over here on the right hand side. I have this as a resistance because price came to this area, touched it, and came down. Another area. All of these lines are pretty much entry points. And so when price comes to these lines, that's where we're gonna take our entries. That's all it is. If you can get good at marking up your technical analysis and adding any other strategies that you have, more confirmations, the better, the more successful trader you're gonna be. So that's what I like on the 1 hour. We have plenty of support and resistances on these higher time frames now. Let's move down to the 30 minutes and let's make a few more lines. So what I like next, price is up and away a little bit, but down here I'm marking this up to have it for 2 weeks at least. So mark it up to have for at least 2 weeks. So then you don't have to come back and remark up your stuff every single day. You're losing out on 30 minutes of trading. So the next support that I see is 139. So we have price rejecting off of this level. I like this level a lot. If price were to break this support, you'll know that price will probably come to the next support. When it breaks support, probably going to go down to the next one. So always be aware of that. If you have to adjust your analysis, you always know where the next level could be. Because when you're zoomed in like this and you're taking a trade and you don't know why, well, now you're going to know why. History repeats itself. And so if you look to the left, look left, look left, look left, you can see where price has been, because market's going to move in waves. It's going to move in waves. And it's going to, respect a lot of areas that you already have marked up. And at the end of the day, you got to trust your markups, trust your analysis and what you put on your screen. Another support on the 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I like this support right here. Supports are where price is rejecting off of on the bottom of candles. That's a support. So price kind of broke through, came back down, then did its thing. Came back down again, made a support. Few times, few candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 candles hit this line. 5, make it a 5th over here. So price did come back down. Probably would have taken a buy here. Next candle was blue, a bullish candle. So we would have taken that entry at the line or anywhere below the line. This is off the 30-minute candle, so maybe if you would have to roll it over if you're in a short-term trade, 3 to 5 minute trade, maybe it's just a few rollovers and you clear it. Now we see when price makes that move through a support line, it wants to really push down. And that's what it did. Next candle comes after the bullish one and pushed straight down. But once we have that line, we can use it for the future. And now look what it's doing. We have this line, and now you look to the right. Now we have a lot of respect. We have respect here. It's respecting this previous support line we had. And so when price breaks a previous support, about 80% of the time it's going to come back and form a resistance. Remember, resistance is at the top. Yeah, I can put these away to make it bigger, for sure. I just like to leave that watch list up so people can add pairs if they're brand new and want to look at more pairs, because sometimes they have like 3 to 4 pairs. So that's why I leave the watch list up. So hopefully you can see it a little bit better now. But now we know why price doesn't want to move forward and upward yet. Because we look at the history, we look to the left, we have a line here. We have a support line. Price broke through. Now it came back after a long time. And now it's respecting it as a resistance. Resistance is at the top. Yes, this would be, yes, someone put that in the chat. Wouldn't this be a decent trade for a put right now? Yes, absolutely. I'm not going to take it and call it out, but yes, this is a great trade to take for a put. Absolutely. So just by marking up a few lines, we got ourselves to an entry. Just like that. So if you can mark up these charts, obviously it's going to take time. It's going to take practice. It's going to take repetition. I didn't learn this overnight. It took work. It took hours of studying. You got to study, because then the test, we're study here, and the test, we're putting in the entries, seeing if it executes. Seeing if it executes. If you're 70% or above, you're in profits. 70% and above is a passing grade in school, C minus or C, whatever your grade system was. So if everyone's following along and it makes sense of what I'm saying right now, give me some ones in the chat. I want to make sure everyone is following what I'm saying. I'm trying to move very slow so everyone can understand. Cool.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our chart markup. Does anybody want to give it a shot? Or you guys want me to go first? That's fine. All right, let's see if we can find some channels like he just had as an example. All right, so I see a channel here. Let me just draw this over. So I always extend mine out in case it hits that. All right, so GJ, that's an inverted head and shoulder pattern, as you can see right there. So this would, if it comes back down to 578, that would be a good buy opportunity on GJ. So of course I'll set my alarm for that. Sniper entry.
Hey, Yvonne.
Yep.
I have a channel marked up on odd JPY, and I'm seeing that it kind of broke the bottom of the resistance, and so it might do the back end of the channel like what he did in his video. I'm not sure, but just to show you what it looks like.
You can share your screen if you want to.
All right.
Totally. I see what you're saying.
So it might continue to break it and then probably just work back up to the top of the line here.
Yeah, but I see a buy opportunity too.
With these wicks here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would have took
this
that for
good
a buy.
right here at this level here. If we look back,
Mm-hmm.
maybe about maybe 495 or something.
501 look like.
501, you like?
Oh, go, you're right there. Come. What's that? 505.
Yeah, that's 505.
Yeah, I would take it right there if it came back down to that.
All right, cool. So we look at that. I'll set an alarm.
Okay. Yeah, that was beautiful.
All right, so we have an alarm. So I'll let you all know if it's coming back down there.
Okay. No problem. Anybody else want to give it a shot? Marking up a channel Feel free to speak up and let me know. And again, the channels don't have to be pretty. I mean, I could have made mine come straight up, but I wanted to extend it out to the furthest point, which is down here for this one. So it don't have to be pretty. So even here, if you wanted to put one there, you can. So extend it, always extend them out. I don't like that one.
I think we missed that odd JPY because when I had my screen up, it was on the 15-minute time frame, and on the 5-minute time frame, it's already working back up.
Yeah, it
Although I
looks
think
like
I'm
it.
talking too fast, it's starting to come back down.
Yeah, I actually I have a zone there too. Yeah. Actually, I got a couple of zones there. Yeah, I just happened to miss that, but yeah, that would have been perfect.
It's trying to come back down, Vaughn. It's
Yeah,
at
I see.
517.
It came to 507, one a little lower than that. If we get it.
Yeah, mine came to 507 too. I definitely want lower, 505 or lower, because I even saw one at 501. So 505 might be the highest I might take it.
Yeah, same here.
Let's see what the 5-minute looking like. Still push down.
Right. You gotta be a little patient.
You know, that last 30 seconds in the candle retracement.
Mm-hmm. There we go. 511, 507. Let's see what happens.
One more drop. Let's go.
You know what? It may be a couple of pips off from trading view.
Maybe 505.
Yeah, I took 505.
They hit the 501. Yeah, 495.
So let's see what it does here. It should push back up because we are in an uptrend. I don't see
Yeah.
this coming too farther down in 480s, but I will roll it if I have to.
Yeah, me too. Might come to 484 maybe. Yeah. 505. I roll on my 505 before I miss it.
Right. I got about 15 seconds.
Let's see, 13. Yeah, that 484 area is a good area. Should work back up from there.
Yeah, same here. So I was saying about the 80s. So
Yeah.
that's the next zone at 484.
I'm thinking the lowest it would come down to is 420, 421.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of broke through that resistance as well. So let's see if we get a push back up.
Did you roll yours?
Oh, yeah, I took the roll.
Okay.
There's a lot of downward momentum right now. It's really pushing down hard.
Trying to go to that 20 line. See what's happening. Should start to work back up at the end of this candle.
It's gonna come back up though.
I rolled mine past the half hour.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too. I believe this is going to come back up.
Yeah, it's starting to rip back up already.
Yeah, I think so, because if you look at this, you can see this big head and shoulders pattern here. Inverted head and shoulder, that means it's going to come back up. It's supposed to, with the inverted head and shoulder, that's the number one reversal pattern in the market. So inverted, you're supposed to buy the right shoulder back up. So this was a violation. So this is not going to continue to go down.
Yeah, I think we should be all right.
Might have been another entry point down here.
Yeah, I took another entry point.
Oh, you did? Okay, you should have called it out. You always being stingy, Emma. Didn't tell nobody else. Let's take another entry.
I said 484 look good.
Right, you didn't say I was pushing the green button. Yeah, this would have been a good entry point down here, 463. Another one. It's definitely going to go back up for sure. Just needs a little time.
Yeah.
GJ formed the same inverted head and shoulders pattern.
GJ?
They got the same pattern on GJ.
Mm. Yeah, shooting up.
Mm-hmm. See, UJ is pushing down.
Come on, work your way up. And then we're coming up on a half hour too, so hopefully that gives us a green candle.
Okay.
Almost by our entry.
That's good. That's a big push.
Yeah, we have some time. I think I expired 34.
Maybe we'll see when I expire. I don't even know. Let me see. I expired 34 with you.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a little ways to go.
Yeah. Should bust up on that half an hour for sure.
Mm-hmm. 180.
We don't want no retracements. Can you show your screen with the head and shoulder, with the inverted head and shoulder?
Yeah. I'm gonna want to take a trade. Give me 1 second, Emma.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to take UJ at 181 for a sale, even though it's a I'm not call. It's kind of in a slight downtrend, but I like where it's rejecting off the zone. Matter of fact, I can set the alarm if it comes there. But it may come there real quickly.
Push back up, push back up.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't even, with this support and resistance, I barely check currency strength,
Yeah, same here. I don't really use it that much either. And what I do, because the zones work so well, I mean, I look
Yeah.
at the currency strength, but I don't really trade off that.
Yeah.
I like to see
Right
what
back up
happens.
entry. This 30-minute better shoot it right back up past. Oh, in profits.
We in profit now?
Well, we just dropped back down, but it's kind of hovering over the entry right there between 507 and 504.
Okay.
But once it closes above, hopefully the half an hour shoots it up.
Okay.
Right now it's at 512, so we have some decent profits.
That's good. All right. UJ is coming down.
At close at 515. So once this half an hour remains, right, half an hour open green. So we just need the first 4 minutes to clear. Come on, back up, back up. Come on.
Okay, so I'm gonna draw the head and shoulders now.
Yeah, let me see what that looks like properly. Need this thing to shoot back up for the next 3 minutes.
Okay, that's the regular head and shoulders pattern.
Is screen not showing?
Huh? I'm not sharing my screen?
No.
Oh, okay. Thought I was sharing the whole time there. Okay, and then here's that's the regular head and shoulders, and then this is the inverted head and shoulders right here.
Where is it?
Now I'm gonna draw it on the actual chart.
Right.
So this is the inverted one right here. The head is always longer than the rest of the movement. But you can see on this one, the marker was supposed to come back up from the right shoulder, but it didn't. It violated. So this is called a violation. It went down more. Inverted head and shoulder, you're supposed to be able to buy off the right shoulder. So right here is where you're supposed to entry it right here, and it should go back up. But it didn't. It violated. It came down more, all the way down to here. Now it's starting to work its way back up because this is a reversal pattern that it caused.
Yeah.
So let's look at GJ. GJ did the same thing. So you can see it right here. You see the head and shoulder pattern right here? I'm gonna draw it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, the two shoulders kind of in the same area.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my UJ is there too for a trade. I'm gonna take UJ for a sell. I should have cleared UJ on my call almost. And I'm gonna take UJ back down.
You good? I too nervous to take another trade. Yes, I need to see this clear.
No, oh yeah.
You good? I can't. Oh Lord, you see this last minute?
Oh, you made me laugh.
It goes through the roof.
Yeah. I mean, if it goes a little higher, that's cool, but I know it's gonna go up higher and come back down. So it moves in waves.
Yeah, I find these last minutes and these candles, anything could happen.
Yeah. Pushing up.
All right, looking like we shouldn't have a problem. We're at 5:30.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So both of us should clear.
Right.
Ooh, making some good money here this morning.
That's good stuff. You in demo this morning?
Nope, I quit that demo account.
Let's go, Emma. You said it's time to make some money on these trades you've been putting
That's
out there.
correct.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take UJ here. I like this coming up high. It's coming up real strong. I'm gonna take it
For a
back
sell?
down. Yeah, I'm gonna take it for another sell. I already took it for $5. I'm gonna take a real trade on that one. Damn, it went down. I want to get that higher entry.
All right, we cleared that trade, Vaughn.
Okay, great.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am. You're right about that. I want to go higher now. Might not get it. So I couldn't get a higher entry on UJ like I wanted to with a higher amount. So already starting to drop. So I'm not gonna chase it and take a lower entry.
Yeah.
Have to settle for my $5. So that was my UJ. How it came back up using the fib. It hit my zone. I took the call. And the reason why I took the call is because as I look left at this zone here, where it resisted at, it was kind of strong, all the way back to the left. So I took the call, and based on the trend, this thing was coming up. Then it started to come back down. So I said, okay, I'll go ahead and try that. That's why I took the high risk trade on that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken it. But now I'm taking it to sell back down. And it's going in my favor right now. Anybody see anything else?
I'm gonna look and see and I'll let you know.
Okay. MJ, you still out there? I hope you're taking some of these trades, Sandra. I know you can't really talk. You're at work. Because the UJ was a money trade right there. I just wasn't able to put a little bit more on the trade. So I wouldn't take another call now down here. I would only take sales now. But that first time I did it, yeah. But taking another call down here, that's high risk. I wouldn't do it again. All right, so we are 3-0 so far. Great way to start the morning out if you're taking the trades with us. Pocket's looking fat with $5. That's good. So it's oh, that's not about to say something. All right, let me see. We got about 2 more minutes. Let's see. Okay, so EU hitting the trend line here. That could be a good sell call at 4. I'm sorry, way up there already. I thought it was down here. I was going to take a call at 448. It already went, so we missed that entry point right there. I was going to take this right here, but I didn't see it until now.
Vaughn, how you like EJ at 540? It's kind of working down there now, so you can just check it out. EJ 540.
Oh, you said 540.
Yeah, based on the 15 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, it's in a good area now, but if it breaks back down, I think maybe 540 might be better.
Yeah, I think 540 is okay. I'll take that with you if it comes down there. It was definitely in an uptrend. It's downtrend and it's making the big waves. So I do think it's going to bounce back up.
Even if it's just for the 3 minutes, if
535 right now.
but 537. You got in?
I didn't get a chance to get in there at 537. Yeah. I was looking for 540. I'm like, why is it at 537? I didn't realize I'm trying to take a call. Yeah, I kind of messed that one up. Dang, that was a good entry too.
Yeah.
Very good call out. Very good.
Wow, I can't believe how that's shooting up there now.
Yeah, I just wasn't able to get in there, but yeah, I kind of got myself confused.
I'm gonna be up my 8% by the time we finish this morning, you know.
That's good. And look, it happened so quick because I'm looking for 540 and it's at 537. I'm like, what's going on here in my head? Yeah, I missed
Yes.
Great call out. Oh, that was great. That was money. All right, so that ends boot camp. I am going to keep trading though. So thanks everybody for hopping on. Let's keep going.
This was a good session this morning. So
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm waiting for UJ to come back up to about 240. I'm gonna take another entry on UJ just so you know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yep, I'll put it in the chart markup chat though.
All right, great.
Okay, take care.
All right, bye.